I'm showing you this room in the midst of cleanup and organizing, and there's Norman, the house cat, lounging in the mess. Okay, this is the brass bed that I need to move. I don't have a place to put it yet. As you know, it's quite heavy and large, and it's got wood boards. Okay, so this is the flotsam and jetsam of my room. And so it has one of those ceilings, you see, and I will tell you later about that ceiling, the way it is, but it is the way it is. Here it is the way it is. I'm going to shut this door now to show you as much as I can. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to make you barf there. All right, so this is the room. Just hang on, because I'm going to move a couple of things, and I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm not really good at this. Sorry. I'm going to show you what is inside this here closet door. If I can get it open. Well, you see there's my blanket fort, and you can see some light emerging. This is my blanket fort. If you look past here, you can see it once was a closet. This is the only closet I have in my whole house. In this closet, there's a nice chair with a cushion and some stuff on the floor so that my feet don't go nuts. And a nice little quiet lamp. And that's the box that I put my MacBook on. I haven't got the microphone in there because I was using it for the video camera. Okay, I'm turning everything off again. All right, so there's the door, the vantage place. Isn't that a lovely picture? Okay, all my wigs for my characters. All right, I bought this chair because I thought I'd be sitting up higher because we're going into the place. Okay, so this green screen, blue screen thing, an old guitar someone gave me. That's not the one I use, but I did have one stolen, and some nice people gave me that one to use in the interim. Okay, so this actually is a closet. I could probably make that into a studio closet. And it would work, but I'll show you what it looks like in there if I can move this darn chair, bar stool out of the way. Okay, so I just flipped on the light, and here's, as you see, the gabled edges, and the wallpaper from I don't know when. That wallpaper, I bet that wallpaper was there when they built the house. I don't know what's behind this here. I've never looked. We've lived here 20 years and I've never looked. Okay, so this is where I stash the clothes I don't want to see for a while. I got some costuming kind of things, wardrobe. But now I've got other things stashed in here. Haha, that's where I had my summer clothes stashed. Okay, so that's where it was. Okay, so now I'm looking out of this closet room. And you're going to see my messy space where I actually, ouch, do all my broadcasts. But first, you can see today we're having a nice sunny day. It's our Victoria Day weekend, or as we call it, May 2-4, even though it isn't 2-4. So this window is actually 80 inches wide, and at one time I had a blackout roller blind for it, but the thing sprung on me. You know how that happens, right? Okay, so before I show you in intimate detail my studio, I put that, or I had my husband hang that for me so I could put stuff on it. It actually was for a green screen drop curtain, because I do have a cloth one. Hey Norm, you want to see what's outside? Okay, I'll open up the window a little for you. There you go. All right. See my lovely red bud out there? Okay, so these shelves here were, until last week, covered with geraniums, which I bring in the wintertime because I'm a cheap person. And I have had some of those geraniums since we've had this house, 20 years. Can you believe that? They never get any bigger, but they get really lovely. Okay, so, you know, I got all kinds of junk here. All right. And that, my friends, is the green screen that I use. Okay, so when I am sitting in here on my backless stool chair, because the other one busted. Okay, so see that blue light there? That was recommended to me to light up my green screen. I actually bought 2 of them, but I only use 1 usually. Okay, so I just brought this little desk up here, not desk, but bookshelf up here, because I needed a place to put junk other than on the desk. And if Adrian is happening to watch this, and I hope you are, there's my cute little daughter when she was little. Okay, I will tell you about this ceiling later. I actually really like the color of this. It's kind of a rose brick. It's not exactly brown, but it's pink, but I like the color of it. Anyway, okay, so this is my messy desk that Adrian will have a fit over. Now, I really want to find, I saw the perfect desk in a house where I was filming, where we were doing a commercial the other day, with a beautiful solid wood top and just open at the bottom. This was the best I could do with what I had at the time. Okay, so my brand new Mac, and then that monitor is hooked up to the computer under the desk, which I can't run online because I can't upgrade it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Irrelevant. Okay, so I'm going to sit in my little chair here and show you. Oh, look, you can see me in the screen. Okay, so I'm going to show you around. There's Normie. Hey, Normie, are there dogs out there? All right, I'm going to get really close. I bet my knees are going to brush against this green screen. There it is. Around I go. Sorry, I don't mean to make you sick. Ooh, I'm making myself sick. Yeah, so that's where my messy wall is. And my stupid calendar. Okay. All right, so now, lights, camera, action. I have a foot switch down here. There's my little tiny ZV-1. And I just put on some lights. And here is the camera that I have not set up yet. I bought all the things to attach it. I found in my basement this here heavy-duty tripod that my daughter had purchased some years ago, and I was waiting for an awful long time to find the, you know, the little, what do you call that? The quick release thing, and I finally found it. Okay, so look what I got there. That, I mean, when I went all in when I bought my teleprompter thing, that's a Neewer. And I thought that I would be able to use the Canon on that. And that is a sturdy enough tripod. I did do a little live stream with the Sony. Yeah, I did. But okay, so this room I think is 10 by 10. 10 by 10. All right, now I'll tell you about this ceiling. See this lovely ceiling? I'm going way over my head. I don't know if I showed you how the angles are in here, so I'm going to back up. Okay, now you'll notice that there is some paper stripping on there that is mostly taken down. I ran out of steam and energy, and I just don't look at it. Because that's the kind of girl I am. Okay, so when we bought this house, I didn't mind this color too much, and my husband, you know, even though it was pink, he didn't mind it too much either. I don't know if it's showing true here, but it is kind of, I don't know, it's like a light brick color. But I don't think that the people who picked the colors for this house, when they had a very good eye for color, because when I look at this, there is none of those colors that get picked up in the color here, and it grossed me out. So I peeled it. I managed to peel it all off of that wall. But here you can see the angle there, right? So that it's flat at the top, and it's got those little angles. And I'm 5 feet 4 inches tall, so I'm thinking that where the edge is probably 6 feet. 6 feet tall. I haven't measured it. Okay, back we go again. So this is the wall. That's the door we came in. What I had planned to do was to do this room and paint all of the woodwork like a off-white cream color, because the woodwork here on that door, which is a new door, that's an insert, does not match the woodwork there. And I wanted to make it all match. And you know, while my uncle would have a fit about me painting over wood, and so would I. And when they did the floor, this was the poorest job, but I just, you know, at first we didn't have enough money, and then I ran out of gumption. But now I've got gumption again because I've got a purpose. All right, so this ceiling was all done in very thin tongue and groove pine, which they had stained and finished. But I had our bed right here in front of this window, with like, so that the head was facing the other way. So we would face this way, and I would look up at that ceiling, and in those tongue and groove, there were knot holes that showed through the plaster, and it was really gross. So one day I said to my husband, will you please take down that tongue and groove for me? And he did. Well, little did I know that they had glued it underneath that. Okay, so this is wallpaper, and that's ancient wallpaper. That's ancient wallpaper, and I'm afraid to start peeling for fear what I'll find. Show you. So when he peeled it off, the glue took the surface paper off, and it is ugly as sin. So I have been thinking for a long time of what I'm going to do with it. And we had a really good windstorm one time. This is right over my desk, okay? We had a really good windstorm, and look what happened there. Yeah, I could hear it happen. Creak, crack. That's why they put nails in roofing, so that you have some flex and give. If I thought, oh, you should put it down with screws. But no, the carpenters say don't put things like that down with screws, because you need to have the flex. Okay, so that's my space. Anyway, I was going to have that plastered over, but you know what? Plasterers. And then once you start working, and then stuff starts happening, and then it gets more expensive than you thought it was going to be. So here's the solution I have, that I am going to find a really nice textured, like softly textured, not wildly textured, wallpaper, and I'm going to get someone to just wallpaper over this, because if it has a little texture, it will cover a multitude of sins. And I'm 66 years old now, and whoever buys this house will probably want to redo it. Now I'm going to steam the rest of that off, of course. Okay, I'm going to steam the rest of this off. So this wall, where the head of the bed is, I must say this, that wall, which is, maybe it is 12 feet long, I don't know, 10, 12 long, and 6 high. What I thought I would do is to paint that wall, like a sand and crack fill and all that kind of junk that you have to do along that wall there, and use that as my shooting wall. You know, like I bought a really nice picture, but I think if I could have a couple of really nice pictures that I could just, you know, if I wanted to change scene, I could just do that. But I could also drop a green screen anywhere there. Or I could drop a green screen anywhere here. Anyway, I did buy blackout curtains that I'm going to hang from the ceiling and have them drop in front of those shelves, because I don't really feel like taking the shelves up and down and up and down. And I do put my plants back in there in the winter. All right. So my thought was that I would paint that wall and this wall right to the corner edge with either that really nice dark blue of Adrian's or a deep charcoal gray, somewhat like I've seen behind Valerie. Anyway, that's my room. That's what I got to work with. And it'll be cleaned up momentarily. I ran out of steam this morning in my house cleaning. I've got it vacuumed almost all. I got to get into the studio corner and do the desk. I'm going to do the desk, and then I'm going to figure out the bed, because sometimes my sister does sleep in there. Anyway, so that is the big reveal. Bye.